Greetings once again, fellow book lovers. It's time for another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online, where I present to you a book that I've read, reviewed, and recommend. But first, an announcement. I'm sorry I don't have a flashy graphics to introduce my book reviews, but here's what. This is video review number 900. That's as exciting as my graphics get. Okay, now the book. So, book review number 900 is James Patterson and Maxine Paetro, called 25 Alive. This is published by Little Brown. It retails for $19.99 in the United States and $25.99 in Canada, and it is 325 pages long. It is actually a shorter book than most James Patterson and Maxine Paetro books because they're generally closer to 400 pages. But they've managed to fit in a lot in this book as usual. Now, I've been reading some sort of negative reviews that this series, The Women's Murder Club, of which this is book 25, is getting a little tired and feels like the same. Well, I didn't think so. James Patterson and Maxine Paetro have collaborated on 22 of the 25 books in this series. And I still find them entertaining. Those who don't like James Patterson, well, I guess you can find another James Patterson book, because he writes with about 20 different authors. So there's bound to be something else that you will like. But this book I still like. It revolves around, of course, San Francisco police and homicide detective Lindsay Boxer, who is always on the trail of some psycho murderer. Now, there has been a killing of Warren Jacoby, who was her former partner, and he became chief of police. He was viciously murdered. And the question is, why would somebody kill him? Now, there are also a string of murders. Now, Cindy Thomas is a journalist, and she has looked into murders in the past, and it seems that a serial killer may be out there killing people. And on the shoes, often, of the victims, on one shoe they wrote, "I said," and on the other one, "You dead." So they now have to look into a serial killer. Now, there's also another plot with Yuki Castilanno, who is the prosecutor. Now, she is prosecuting a man, Dario Garza, who is part of a Mexican drug cartel, drug running, and she hopes to bring him down. But as the trial begins, in the interim, someone goes into the house of the judge and his wife, and they are both killed in their sleep. In fact, they are decapitated, their heads put in the bathtub as almost a warning to, don't prosecute us. But there is another trial. They move the trial to another venue. And so it becomes very interesting. Now, Lindsay Boxer's husband, Joe, he goes to Mexico with another man on the trail of this cartel. And he's ambushed along with his partner. And Lindsay loses contact with him. The question is he still alive? So for people who say that this is the same, I don't think so. There's action pretty well in every chapter, and as you know from a James Patterson book, the chapters are super short, averaging 2 to 3 pages. So you finish one chapter and you get to another train of thought. So it really propels the book along at a very fast pace. So almost to the point that you can read it in barely much more than a day. So I still highly recommend the James Patterson and Maxine Paetro collaborations. And this one is no exception. Like I said, 25 Alive is definitely a lively book. So if you like the Women's Murder Club series, add this book to your must-buy list. So if you did like the review and you do buy the book, drop me a line. Let me know if you do agree. So I thank you for watching video review number 900, and on my way to 1,000. Will I make it? I hope so. I have enough books to read and review as long as my eyes hold out. So I'll be back again very soon with another excellent book. And until that time, as I always say, stay safe, stay healthy. stay in touch, and I will see you at the bookstore. Bye for now.